Good morning, guys, and welcome to another little vlog video. Today we're going to be doing some homeschool preschool lesson time. We usually only sit down for maybe like 15-20 minutes a day. We're really trying to implement every day, Monday through Friday. We're trying really hard to do it all the time. We're trying to really kick it up a notch with our homeschool preschool time. So today we're going to be working with dice. That's our little theme of the day. So let's hop right in.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is you can roll the die, roll it. You got a 6. So then you can color in like this with 1, 2, 3, just like the picture. 4, 5, 6, and then you write a number 6 right there. Is that cool? But draw the picture just like that, just like it looks, with one dot, and the big dot, and then you can put like number 1 right next to it.
And where is it?
Put the number 1 right in that spot. And take this guy, and go jingle, 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 and throw it in there. And you're gonna count all the little circles you see. How many dots do you see? 3 dots. Do you think you could draw a picture of 3? Watch this. So my husband finally hooked up a printer to my computer in our bedroom, and the best part about having a printer that's like ready to go all the time is being able to print up worksheets and stuff for homeschool preschool. Most of the time we just do like handwritten things, like I recently was doing like rhyming words like cat, hat, mat, and I would draw little pictures of these things and then write the words next to them. And I'm not the best artist, so I'm sure the kids are really going to appreciate having actual printed pictures of things instead of mom's kind of questionable hand-drawn items. So I'm like so excited about having the printer hooked up. So the first little activity that we did with the printer hooked up was this fun dice activity where we played with regular dice, but we also had like pictures of the numbers on the sides of the dice and would write in different, using a little bit of addition or just like rolling the dice and figuring out how many numbers, how many little dots are on there and writing that down. So that was our first activity with some fun stuff being printed off. Now, I have had printed off worksheets and stuff in the past because we have a Parents as Teachers program through our school district, and once a month she would come by and give us little packets of stuff and fun things to work through. But with the virus being around, we haven't had in-person meetings with her in months, so I was really running low on like actual worksheet paperwork type activities. So thank goodness we have the printer hooked up. You guys I can't even explain how excited I am to have the printer hooked up. It's so exciting. I was online like looking at all kinds of different fun worksheets and stuff for a long time last night, just trying to figure out fun little things for us to do using the awesome little printer. So yes, sometimes it can be a little bit of a struggle having a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old and just trying to figure out some activities that they can kind of do together. I kind of just choose an activity for Calvin and then we'll let Eren like pretend to participate or have Eren do a more simplified version of it. Like for today's lesson, I was just having Eren pretty much play with the dice, and I did show him a little worksheet where he could fill in the little squares of dice with the number of dots on them, and he was trying his best, but then he just kind of started coloring on everything and just putting little random dots in the spots, and he was rolling the die and he would like tell me how many little dots are on them and stuff like that. So he was working with the same material as Calvin was, but he wasn't doing necessarily all of the stuff that me and Calvin were doing together. Me and Calvin were working more on trying to do a little bit of math using the dice, And then at the end, I did have Eren kind of join us because Eren was kind of having an attitude. He like couldn't decide if he wanted to stay for learning time. He kind of acted like he wanted to leave, and so I would put him down out of the chair, and then he got extra upset, like he didn't want to leave. So he was kind of being confused about what he wanted to do the last little bit of our learning time this morning. So I had him sit on my lap and we worked together on counting the little dots on the dice and then adding them together with Big Brother. Usually if Eren's kind of having a hard time with it, I'll just let him color or whatever, just give him a box of colors and a piece of paper and he can just kind of do whatever he wants. He usually does want to participate the whole time, and even this particular morning he wanted to stay longer than Brother did. Once the like 20-minute mark was up, Calvin was pretty done and Calvin left to go play in the living room, and Eren stayed with me for a little bit longer and did another little activity where I had numbers written on a piece of paper and then I had little cutouts of the dots on the dice, and he would put the numbered dotted dice in the correct spots next to the numbers with his glue stick, which he loves playing with glue. He even loves cutting things, but I happened to be the one who cut these out this particular day. So yeah, Eren stayed for a little while longer this particular morning. It really just depends on the boys' attitudes and who actually wants to participate the most and for how long. And yes, one of them will try to leave before the other, always. They like hardly ever can agree on anything. They can never agree on when it's time to stop homeschool preschool time. They can never agree if they want to go inside or outside or play with toys or watch TV. Like they always have to want to do the opposite of each other, and homeschool preschool time is no exception. With school starting back up for everybody, I have just felt really inspired to really kick it up a notch in our homeschool preschool game lately. Over the summer, we were barely making it to the kitchen table twice a week, and I was just really lazy about it and didn't feel very motivated about it. Really, since the whole pandemic thing started back in March when we stopped seeing our parents as teacher all the time, once a month, and I just have felt very blah about homeschool preschool, honestly. So I really wanted to try to kick it up a notch with school starting back up for everybody else. I thought that maybe we would, actually pretend that we're a real homeschool family and try to make designated learning time every day, Monday through Friday. And we're working really hard at that, trying to actually sit down for 15-20 minutes a day and try to get some learning time in. And like I said, the addition of my awesome printer is gonna be great, awesome, and very helpful. And I do want to try to make it part of our routine. We always like to go outside first thing in the morning. That's a designated part of our routine after we eat breakfast and everybody is kind of like ready for the day. We like to go outside and play or go outside for a walk, just spend some time outside. And I want to make it part of our routine that as soon as we come in from our outside time, it's time to sit down and do a little bit of learning time, just so the boys can kind of get into a little bit of a routine with it. So, Brother was tired of learning time, so I'm just gonna sit with Eren here for a sec, and we're gonna do some gluing activities. So he just has a paper with like different numbers on it and the die in there, and so he can pick which ones go to which number spot. Okay, how many dots are on that one?
1,
2, 3, 4,
5.
5. Yeah, good job. Where's the number 5? Where we should put it?
Right here.
Put it by the number 5. That's the number 4. Where's the number 5?
Right here.
Right there. Good job. Put it right there.
That's super big.
That is awesome. Okay, we only have 2 more pieces left. You did so good. Can I have a kiss?
Oh, that
I
way.
love you. Thank you for learning time. You did so good.
That way.
You gonna put it away? Okay. You can take it to the drawer.
I got that.
Okay, take it over there to the drawer.
Yeah.
You gonna do some painting?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do painting. You take it to the table. You go to the table and get you a piece of paper. Good job.
Hot pose.
Beautiful.
Wheel. Cabin.
That's gorgeous, Eren.
Wheels.
Are you making a fire truck?
Yeah.
So this was the worksheet Eren was working on, just rolling a die and coloring in the number of dots and then writing the number. Eren just kind of played on this sheet. That's also the first sheet that me and Calvin worked on together, just coloring in the dots and writing the numbers on there. And then we worked up to this sheet where we also used the die to lay out the numbers and worked on a little bit of addition to figure out how many numbers were all together. And then after this, we moved on to this one where it actually has the plus sign and the equal sign so they could see it all together. And me and Cal and Eren all worked on this one together. And then Calvin was done with his time, so me and Eren worked on this because Eren actually wanted to stick around. It just kind of depends on both of their moods during the day. And then when we were putting our stuff away, Eren found the paint set, so I just gave him these numbers to paint on a little bit, and that only lasted like a minute, and he was done with that too. So yeah, a lot of it comes down to just like how long I can keep them interested in the lesson of the day. So 15-20 minutes is like totally our max. They never ever go over that amount of time, and sometimes after like 10 minutes Calvin's kind of like done with it. And so sometimes I will ask them like let's do one more little thing together, and then if they ask again to stop learning time, then we'll stop. But if we do that one more thing and they don't ask again, then we'll just keep doing a couple more things until they decide that it's time to stop for the second time. So it really just depends on their attitudes. It can be kind of hectic with both of them kind of at different stages. I try to let Eren do pretty much the same thing that Calvin's doing, and if Eren starts to get restless, I'll just let him go play or try to get him to color or whatever. So yeah, it all just depends on how they're feeling on that particular day. So I think learning time is kind of done for the day. We just try to go until everybody gets tired of it. And as Eren was putting away his glue stick, he saw the paints, so he wanted to paint. So I gave him some numbers to trace, but he doesn't care. He's just painting whatever he wants. He painted a fire truck. So yeah, that's it for today's little homeschool preschool video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Give it a thumbs up if you did like it. I'll talk to you guys next time. Bye.